All right, day 352 of going live in a row. We got 126 Covington Street, Panama City. About this deal because that's how fast you can make a decision, right? This is a subject to deal. Subject to deals means that you're buying a property subject to existing financing. This is a situation where you're taking ownership of the property, but you're taking over the payments on the underlying loan. So you're not going to another bank and getting a loan to pay off the prior loan, because who wins in that picture? Probably just the lenders, right? So this deal might seem like a great deal because it's a 5% interest rate, and right now your investment loans are probably in the high sixes, even if you use your W-2 and tax income to qualify for those loans. But if you're looking at asset-based loans, such as a debt service coverage ratio loan, that is probably going to bring you to the high sevens. So as a 5% interest rate, that is going to, let's see when it's going to be a good deal. So total payment here is $37.91. Right then and there, when I see how the PI breaks down to $37.91, well, if I know that even the wholesaler who's trying to sell the property is advertising their long-term rental as $26.90, you're going to be losing $1,000 of cash flow before you even get to expenses. So let me do a quick look at this property on affordablehousing.com, and I'm going to go to my owner section, market rent estimator, plug in the address, plug in the bedroom count, and it says that for 25 units within a 0.93 mile radius, the average rent is $2,400. So this is right in line with what they're seeing, except this is even higher. So if you know that the market rate is $2,400, boom, that tells me there's not going to cash flow. I could probably stop looking at the deal there. But let me plug in some numbers. Let me plug in some numbers so you can actually see what your real loss is. Because in less than 2 minutes, including some takeoff time, we already blew out this deal. But that doesn't mean that we can't see ultimately what the net number is. So let's plug in some real quick numbers. This property is probably a cosmetic rehab. Paint looks fine. Maybe you want to replace the carpet, but you could probably leave the carpet as is too if you like. So let's go ahead and plug in some numbers. This property, $414,000. Your total payment is $37.91. So I'm going to go to B28 equals $37.91 minus the principal and the interest portion of the subject to loan, right? I didn't even plug in the details yet. I can put in here, go and put in 5%. I can get the other details right here from the disclosed website, right? We got $8,000 of cash to sell. We got $7,995 of arrears. So that means the seller has been falling behind their payments and they now owe $8,000 almost. Existing loan 388,904, 388,904. So this is a very typical scenario when it's an FHA loan. So they probably don't have much equity in there. And then you're taking over a solo loan for $72,000. How many panels do you have on that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would it be $72,000? I've never heard of a solo system that costs that much money. Okay, well, either way, it doesn't matter because now you're subtracting all the loan payments. Yeah, solar paint is $400 right here. Okay, so that already includes this $37.91. Hence why I'm putting $37.91 here. And then in my B29, I'm adding extra $50 every single month for insurance because guess what? It's more expensive when you become a investment property. And insurance in Florida has been going up like crazy every single year. So this is not a good outcome, to be honest with you. If I take the market rate of 2403, I'll put that into B16. Let me get the rest of my calculator here in my rehab and the rehab calculator spreadsheet. I'm going to convert 2 of the bathrooms that have toilets to a high pressure flush toilet. I'm going to assume that I'm going to replace equals 1576, replace half the home of carpet into LVP. I'm going to assume that equals 1576 divided by 3. A third of the home needs some touch-up paint or a paint job. I got $500 for some landscaping in case I'm responsible for that, and $1,500 for the roof. So that gives me a total rehab number of about $12,000. Yeah, because I got some minor rehab there. That doesn't really hurt to kind of leave some money there too, anyways. But ultimately, once you go down through 10% set aside for maintenance every single month, right? There's 10% of rents. Right now, I got a $15,000 roof repair bill at our Scottsdale home. We just spent about another $3,500 on the air conditioning units, right? All these items. All these items will cost you money. So if you don't set aside this $240 every single month, you're going to get a big rehab bill at some point. And you might have been overestimating your profitability because you underestimated your expenses. You got 10% for property management and you got 5% for your vacancy. And that is how you get $2,000 of net loss after our expenses. So that to me says it's not a deal, right? But again, this is not investment advice. I'm not soliciting any investments on the call, but I'm simply showing you all the work that you have to do every single day to figure out whether or not something is a deal for your strategy, right? If you have a short-term rental, maybe this is a deal. I'm not sure. Depends on your own strategy, right? Maybe you just want to buy a home for your primary residence, and now all of a sudden you're only spending about, let's say, 50 grand to get into this home instead of your typical 100 grand. That might be a deal for you. But again, that's very speculative, right? Just because you're betting on appreciation or using this as a primary residence home doesn't mean that you'll be there forever. So when you don't live in there as a primary residence, will the rental income cover your underlying debt service? I'm not sure. That's your own situation. So that's how we quickly rule out these deals in less than 7 minutes today. Wow, this is great. This is fast. This is such a great way for you to just copy my homework, right? If you guys want to copy the spreadsheet, again, I didn't make it from scratch. I got it from a few other folks. I combined it, tweaked it, and modified so that it could be a lot easier for myself to analyze deals in a quick way and raw deals faster. This is what I don't burn out. Okay, putting your name, email, phone number on affordablehousing.io. Go to the Get Deal Analysis tool, put in your name, email, phone number, and that's the fastest way you get a copy of the spreadsheet. My hope is that you analyze the same deal I analyzed today. And with that said, I hope you all have an amazing Monday. I hope you have a great rest of the week. You don't tune in again, but I hope you do tune in every day because you can just be copying my homework. All right. Have an amazing day. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 353. Have a good one.